OpenTF gets a new name, the Raspberry Pi version 5, and there's been a lot of movement in the AI space, with both ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot making exciting announcements. For developers, CoPilot Chat is now available to all of us, so we can chat inside our IDE. More on this later in this week's Web Development News. First up, the highly anticipated Raspberry Pi version 5 is set to bring exciting new updates for software developers that like to play around with these ingenious little devices. Do keep in mind, however, that pre-orders may not be available with all resellers, so do check on the different reseller websites that you can use to buy your Raspberry Pis. So one significant change with Raspberry Pi 5 is its operating system compatibility. Users will require the latest version of Raspberry Pi OS, which is called Bookworm, and that's expected to launch in mid-October. The software update ensures that the OS integrates effectively with the new hardware. There's also changes in power supply requirements. As the Raspberry Pi 5 offers higher performance, there will be issues if the supply is underpowered. You'll need a high-quality 5-amp USB-C power supply ideally. The new Raspberry Pi 27-watt power supply is a suitable option. The compatibility of previously purchased accessories is also a concern for many. Unfortunately, the Raspberry Pi 5 is not compatible with the Raspberry Pi 4 case, therefore users are being advised to opt for the Raspberry Pi case that's designed specifically for the Raspberry Pi 5 in order to get an optimal experience, but that does obviously involve shelling out more of your cash. Raspberry Pi 5 does offer advanced speed and power. It also has active cooling to ensure that the device performs at its best. The Raspberry Pi case that we just mentioned, that does come with an integrated fan, so it can do that. A recent survey by software testing solution firm SauceLabs has revealed a concerning practice amongst software developers. The report found that 67% of respondents push code to production without proper testing. 68% of developers admitted to merging their own pull requests without a review. And alarmingly, 70% of respondents to this survey revealed that they've used co-workers' credentials to bypass company restrictions. CEO of SauceLabs, Dave Rhodes, called for leadership to establish realistic expectations, nurture a culture centered on quality, and provide resources aligned with modern development methods in order to address these kinds of challenges. These issues are amplified by the fact that 60% of the developers in this survey use untested code generated by platforms such as ChatGPT. If you watched the last couple of episodes of this web development news here on my YouTube channel, then you'll be aware of the drama surrounding HashiCorp and the resultant fork of Terraform. HashiCorp controversially changed its Terraform license, which caused controversy in open source development community. So they reacted by creating and launching OpenTF, which is an unofficial fork of Terraform. Well, OpenTF has now been renamed to OpenTofu, and it's now set to exist under the Linux Foundation's control as an open source project. Additionally, OpenTofu has been submitted for consideration to the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. Developers regard Terraform as key for describing how applications and infrastructure function together. So members of the founding group include Harness Labs, Gruntwork, and Scalar, all of which rely heavily on the open source variant of Terraform. OpenAI's ChatGPT, the generative AI assistant that we're all very familiar with, this is set to receive new voice and image capabilities. This upgrade will allow users to interact with ChatGPT verbally and provide visual inputs. With these new features, users will be able to have voice conversations and present images to the AI for discussion or analysis. ChatGPT can understand and respond to voice inputs, serving as a voice assistant. For instance, users can request like a bedtime story or ask questions or carry out casual conversation. The voice capability is powered by a new text-to-speech model, which generates human-like audio from the text samples and the spoken prompts. The model was developed in collaboration with professional voice actors, resulting in 5 distinct voice options for users to choose from. The new AI's image understanding feature allows it to interpret and discuss pictures, so users can upload images to get help with tasks, or ask questions, or generate discussions on the content of an image. These advanced features could potentially present new risks, such as the potential misuse by malicious actors. Therefore, OpenAI is adopting a gradual rollout strategy. This approach will allow for improvements and refinement and risk mitigation over time, while also preparing users for more powerful systems in the future. Spotify is already leveraging the new technology by piloting a voice translation feature that translates podcasts into additional languages in the podcaster's own voices. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to try that out. GitHub has announced that CoPilot Chat is now universally available to all developers. Initially launched just for business users in July, this tool offers the capability to support you in natural language and reduces the need for repetitive tasks. So I'm publishing a video soon on this channel with a full guide to setting up and using CoPilot Chat inside Visual Studio Code. So this is probably a good time to remind you to subscribe to Train to Code here on YouTube if you haven't already. CoPilot Chat can also identify bugs and it can recommend alternative approaches. So that simplifies the debugging process. This complements its ability to provide context switching and enabling developers to maintain their focus and ultimately increase productivity. So looking forward towards the future, GitHub envisions that natural language will become a universal programming tool. The release of CoPilot Chat is a significant step forward towards achieving this goal. Hacktoberfest, a month-long celebration of open source software development, has just begun for 2023, and software developers worldwide are eager to engage. This is organised by DigitalOcean. The event prompts participants to contribute to open source projects, so that fosters learning and growth within the global community. This year, the event offers developer and maintainer templates, and that's designed to guide first-timers on their open source journey, from contribution to project oversight. You can earn badges and prizes while collaboratively raising the bar of open source software. So this all gears up to be a fantastic celebration of open source software, particularly as Hacktoberfest marks its 10-year anniversary this year. So needless to say, the event continues to attract a diverse group of software developers and hobbyists as well. And that provides space for collaboration, for innovation, and education in the tech community. There's also been a couple of releases recently to NodeJS and NextJS. After the launch of Bun 1.0, it's good to know that the NodeJS team are not slowing down either, and Node does continue to evolve and improve. The latest release of Node.js, which is version 20.8, brings significant improvements, including a 15% boost in the creation and destruction of writable and readable streams, which is claimed to drastically reduce memory overhead in Node.js. It also features a rework of memory management in the VM APIs, and so that tackles historical memory leaks. The latest update of the web framework NextJS has been announced by Vercel, and that offers enhanced performance and again efficient memory usage. These improvements include a 22% boost in local server startup speed, faster refresh times, and a 40% reduction in memory usage. Part of the enhancements also include faster hot module replacement or fast refresh feature. In addition, over 438 bugs have been corrected in the new release, so hooray for that. And lastly, coding YouTube channel Train to Code has recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for being one of them. See you next time.